You've done it all. You've followed every pediatrician's recommendation, seen the specialist, tried dietary changes, spent hundreds on supplements, and probably Googled more than you ever thought you would as a parent. But your child still struggles. Maybe it's sensory challenges, emotional outbursts, poor sleep, chronic constipation, or ear infections, or maybe a mix of it all. And the only thing you keep hearing is, let's try this medication, or don't worry, they'll grow out of it. But your gut says something deeper is going on. And you're right. The truth is, it's not that there aren't real answers. It's that you haven't been introduced to the kind of care that actually addresses the foundations of your child's challenges. Most parents don't know this, but not all chiropractors are trained the same. And when it comes to complex pediatric cases, kids with neurological dysregulation, developmental delays, sensory overload, ADHD, anxiety, the difference between standard chiropractic care and truly specialized neurologically focused pediatric chiropractic care can mean everything. Here's a staggering truth. Over 40% of children in the US have at least one chronic health condition. These include everything from asthma and ADHD to behavioral disorders, immune challenges, and sensory processing issues. But here's the catch. Very few providers, including chiropractors, have the training to navigate the complex neurological imbalances that are actually driving these symptoms. That's where the difference begins. At Foundations Chiropractic, we specialize in this exact kind of care. We don't just adjust kids. We assess, measure, and correct the underlying dysfunction in the nervous system that's causing the struggle in the first place. The average chiropractor is trained extensively in spinal biomechanics and adult musculoskeletal pain. But the nervous system of a newborn, toddler, or neurodivergent child, that takes an entirely different level of training. At Foundations, our doctors have pursued advanced education in pediatric development, the gut-brain connection, sensory integration, and neuroimmune function. We've studied what happens when chronic stress, birth trauma, and environmental toxins collide to create what we call the perfect storm. It's a term we use often because we see it every day. Prenatal stress, birth interventions like C-sections or Pitocin, early antibiotic exposure, and feeding or sleep difficulties all begin to layer on top of one another, overwhelming your child's developing nervous system. That's when signs start to show up. Colic, reflux, chronic ear infections, constipation, meltdowns, focus issues, speech delays. And unless a provider is trained to see those patterns neurologically, the root cause is missed entirely. One of the biggest ways our approach stands apart is that we don't guess, we measure. At Foundations, we use state-of-the-art insight scanning technology to assess how your child's nervous system is actually functioning. These scans are completely safe, non-invasive, and quick, but the information they give us is profound. They help us see, is your child's nervous system stuck in a stress state? Is their body showing signs of subluxation or tension within the spine that's interfering with the brain-body connection? Is their system regulating temperature, muscle tone, and energy properly? With these insights, we don't just look at where to adjust, we create a neurologically based care plan that is entirely unique to your child. No cookie cutter care here. And just as importantly, we track progress. Re-scans help us confirm that healing is happening at the neurological level, not just the symptom level. If you've ever walked into a medical office and immediately felt overwhelmed trying to keep your child calm or regulated, we get it. That's why everything at Foundations is built with families in mind. From our sensory-friendly exam rooms and open adjusting spaces to our flexible scheduling and warm, enthusiastic team, our environment is one where kids feel safe, known, and excited to come back. We know that healing can't happen in a place that feels cold or clinical, so we've created a space where kids feel calm and where parents feel supported. We also make things as convenient as possible, with app-based scheduling, text reminders, and flexible membership plans that meet your family where you are. We don't just occasionally care for kids, we specialize in them. And that means we've seen thousands of cases of colic, chronic constipation, ADHD, anxiety, seizures, sleep issues, SPD, autism, speech delays, and more. Many of the children we care for have already seen 3 to 5 other providers before they find us. Some come in completely dysregulated, traumas, fear of being touched, unable to sit still for a second. But we get it, and we know how to gently build trust one adjustment at a time. We've walked alongside families through some of their hardest moments, and we've celebrated life-changing wins right alongside them. Because when the nervous system begins to regulate, everything else changes. Kids sleep better. Their digestion improves. They begin to self-soothe. Speech progresses. Emotional regulation becomes possible. Focus increases. Meltdowns decrease. And parents feel like they finally got their child back. Everything we do at Foundations is individualized. Your child's insight scans guide their care plan, which is updated regularly based on their progress. This isn't about maintenance adjusting or hoping for a quick fix. This is about lasting change from the inside out by supporting your child's nervous system at its foundations. Because when the nervous system is free of interference and functioning the way it was designed to, your child doesn't just survive, they thrive. So if you've been doing all the right things, but your child is still struggling, it's time for a new approach. We see kids who don't fit the mold. We understand the parents who feel dismissed, overlooked, or just burnt out. And we have the tools, training, and technology that can actually help. Click the link in our bio to learn more about Foundations Chiropractic, our insight scanning process, and how we help children with complex neurological challenges experience real transformation. Your child isn't broken, and hope starts here.